Buffy gets therapized. Do you ever feel despondent because it feels like you have no future? Buffy's been there. Let's talk about what to do about that. Mended Light. Okay, we're looking at Season 2, Episode 9, What's My Line? Buffy feels trapped. She's got a calling. She's the Slayer. This is her future. She will fight vampires until she's dead. And she's watching her friends planning their college educations, planning their careers, and she's feeling left behind. Maybe you can relate. Career fair. There's a lot of memories for me in the show, especially because I was in high school.
Are you a people person, or do you prefer keeping your own company? Well, what if I'm a people person who keeps his own company by default?
So mark none of the above.
Well, there are no boxes for none of the above. That would introduce too many variables into their mushroom head, number-crunching little world.
I'm sensing bitterness.
No, it's just these people can't tell from one multiple-choice test what we're going to be doing for the rest of our lives. It's ridiculous.
He's right.
I'm kind of curious to find out what sort of career I could have.
Point for Xander, but
spontaneity out of being young and stupid. I'd rather live in the dark.
I'm not going to be young forever.
Yes, but I'll always be stupid. Okay, let's not all rush to disagree.
You're not stupid.
I aspire to help my fellow man.
okay, Nicholas Brendan is pretty great in this role. I know we've got, Xander's got issues, but
Always ready to give a helping hand to the rich and the pretty.
Which, lucky me, excludes you. Twice.
Is murder always a crime?
Do I like shrubs?
That's between you and your God.
What'd you put?
I came down on the side of shrubs.
Go shrubs, okay. I shouldn't even be bothering with this. It's all mootville for me. No matter what my aptitude test says, we already know my deal.
Yep, high risk, sub-minimum wage.
Pointy wooden things.
Why are you even taking the test?
It's Principal Snyder's Hoop of the Week. He's not happy unless I'm jumping. Believe me, I would not be here otherwise.
You're not even a teensy-weensy bit curious about what kind of career you could have had? I mean, if you weren't already the Slayer or not.
Do the words sealed in fate ring any bells for you, Will? Why go there?
You know, with that kind of attitude, you could have had a bright future as an employee at the DMV.
I'm sorry, it's just... Unless hell freezes over and every vamp in Sunnydale puts in for early retirement, I'd say my future is pretty much a non-issue.
there's a great bit in the TV series Loki where Mobius, Owen Wilson's character, he doesn't want to see what his life could have been. Because he says, if it's bad, I can deal with that. But what if it was good? What if the life I could have had is good? I'll always be unsatisfied and miserable with the existence that I have. And I get a similar vibe from Buffy here. I don't want to know what I'd be good at. I don't want to consider what my other future could be, because it's not going to happen. Now this, of course, is the fantastical vampire slaying version of something very real, is feeling trapped. Feeling trapped by socioeconomic circumstances, feeling trapped by personal limitations of what you feel like you can or cannot do, and feeling trapped because you may have bound yourself or feel bound to the expectations of others, especially parents, right? But friends, family, or expectations that you put on yourself, that there are dreams that I can't pursue because I'll never have them and it'll break my heart to pursue them. And this is the space that Buffy's in when Angel tries to cheer her up.
Buffy.
He's got a teddy bear.
Scared me.
Now you know what it feels like, stealth guy. Just dropping by for some quality time with Mr. Gordo?
Excuse me?
The pig.
Oh, stuffed pig.
Oh,
What's up?
Nothing?
Well, you don't have a nothing face, you have a something face. And you don't have to whisper. Mom's in LA till Thursday, Art buying her something.
Then why'd you come in through the window?
Habit.
I wanted to make sure you're okay. I had a bad feeling.
There's a surprise. Angel comes with bad news. Oh, God, I'm sorry. Look, I've been cranky, miss, all day. It's not you.
Well, what is it then?
It's nothing. We're having this thing at school.
Career week?
How did you know?
I lurk.
Right?
Unlike
Well,
Edward,
I
he
know
admits
it's
it.
a whole week of what's my line, only I don't get to play. Sometimes I just want...
You want what? It's okay.
The Cliff Notes version? I want a normal life, like I had before.
For me.
No, Angel, it's not you. You're the one freaky thing in my freaky world that still makes sense to me. I just get messed sometimes. I wish we could be regular kids.
I'll never be a kid.
Okay, then, a regular kid and her cradle-robbing creature of the night boyfriend.
I've got a whole video on that.
Is this part of your normal life?
Oh my God. My Dorothy Hamill phase. My room in LA was pretty much a shrine. Dorothy dolls, Dorothy posters. I even got the Dorothy haircut. Thereby securing a place for myself in the Geek Hall of Fame.
You wanted to be like her.
I wanted to be her. My parents were fighting all the time, and skating was an escape. I felt safe.
When was the last time you put on your skates?
About a couple of 100 demons ago.
There's a rink out past Route 17. It's closed on Tuesdays.
Tomorrow's Tuesday.
I know.
Aw. Okay, so a bit of a Band-Aid on a bullet wound, but it's still a hell of a Band-Aid, right? There's an existential, I don't want to say crisis, but there's definitely existential angst going on for Buffy right now of what is my life going to be and who am I going to be? Big picture, big questions. And the thing about big picture, big questions is these things generally don't have simple, easy solutions that we can come up with quickly. Which means that we're going to spend a fair amount of time, weeks, months, years, decades, finding the answers and finding the solutions. It's important to not forget to live in the meantime. You can spend every day filled up in your brain and in your heart with these big questions and these big stressors, and come to believe I can't be happy until I found a solution. And if that's the case, you may be unhappy for a long, long time. What I love that Angel's doing right here is, hey, I don't have the answers for you, Buffy, and I don't know what the solution is going to be long term, but I do know I can take you ice skating tomorrow night. I've gotten through my hardest times in my life by remembering to enjoy the small things, by remembering to enjoy the connections that I have and to do the things that make me feel happy or make me feel fulfilled or bring me joy. And sometimes, in fact, a lot of the times, I do this while experiencing the angst or the stress or the fear or whatever's going on, but it takes the edge off. And it's important to surround yourself, if you can, with people who help you to do that so you don't just get stuck in your own head. Because if it weren't for Angel, Buffy likely would have been stuck in her own head. And he helps her he does a pattern interrupt, right? The wheels are spinning in Buffy's head about this issue, and he says, ice skating. We interrupt the pattern, which can also help with finding solutions because we return fresh to the problem after we've broken free of that spinning, right? Well, and Alicia likes to talk about this. First of all, Sarah Michelle Gellar doing her own skating here obviously has a background. This must have been awesome. I wonder if they included this story thread because they knew she had this skill set. But it's always great when you can see the actor's face and know that it's not a double. This is a version of somatic therapy, of body-focused movement, Again, it's a pattern interrupt psychologically, but it also clears everything emotionally. Clears the head, allows you to feel the dopamine hit of doing something pleasurable, doing something enjoyable, and things feel a little less dark. And because it's Buffy, someone's going to try and kill her while she's skating. Hopefully, when you're engaging in your own somatic therapy exercises, nobody steps in and tries to kill you. She's the Slayer and she's wearing ice skates. This is how you get your throat slit. I always thought the vampire makeup on the show looked really cool. It's a pretty nifty design. Ooh, see? I called it. That's a hell of a kill right there. Oof.
The Hellmouth presents dead guys on ice. Not exactly the evening we were aiming for.
You're in danger. You know what the ring means?
I just killed a Super Bowl champ.
I'm serious. Just go home and wait until you hear from me. Are you okay?
What about you, that cut?
Forget about me. This is bad, Buffy. We gotta get you out of here.
What, you mean hide?
Let's just get you someplace safe.
No, your eye. Hey. Don't be a baby. I'm not gonna hurt you.
It's not that.
What?
You shouldn't have to touch me when I'm like this.
Oh. I didn't even notice.
There's a lot of real world parallels here, but first we're going to see Kendra, the vampire slayer. She's going to be eavesdropping. But first we got, wow, it's a nice long, it's a long shot for that. There she is. Okay, what I really love about this scene, Angel is very vulnerable. He's exposed to this vampire side, and he says, you shouldn't have to touch me when I'm like this. With his soul restored, he hates this side of himself. He hates the vampire side. And so for her to say, I hadn't even noticed, and to look at him with such unconditional love, this is what we talk about when we talk about real love, Dr. Greg Bear's book series. Finding people who see you with your strengths, with your weaknesses, growth opportunities, and just accept you and give you belonging. And starting with yourself, giving that to yourself. But I love this about Buffy and Angel at this point, before he goes bad, and we'll discuss that later, is just this real, genuine connection. When she sees him like this and just embraces him in his totality, it's an example of what we can give each other, but also what we need to give ourselves. When it comes to these existential crises or angst, when it comes to, am I trapped? First, focusing on the present. How can I create healthy, beautiful, meaningful connections in the present and here and now? How can I create these for myself? Second, don't forget to enjoy life, live life, and do the things that give you fulfillment and meaning and happiness. And then third, in the long run, recognize that nothing is written, nothing is set. None of us lives in a universe that is written by a staff of writers who say this is who you have to be. It is true that there are limitations. At 44 years old, I'm not going to play professional basketball. Okay, there are limitations, but there's also so much that we're capable of that we deny ourselves because in our minds we believe we can't. Yes, some people have been dealt more privileged hands that give them greater opportunities. I'm not trying to negate what anybody is going through or whatever obstacles are in your way. What I am saying is I've known many people who thought that they couldn't do something and then they did it. So what do you think of this episode, Buffy and Angel's relationship? Do you think this is real love? And how do you handle when you feel trapped or stuck? Let me know in the comments below. I've got an entire Buffy playlist for you to enjoy. Video is going to show up on screen and a link is in the description. Until next time, keep shining. We need your light.